Welcome back to the Xbox Basement, everybody. My name is John and this is my channel that is all things Xbox. And I am just going to say that I called this. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you probably saw where I made a mock-up of Xbox making a streaming stick. In that video, I also said how people had gotten the Amazon Fire Stick to stream Game Pass games. And now Microsoft has finally done it. And now Xbox has officially announced the ability to stream games with an Amazon Fire TV or a Fire Stick. This fits right in line with what Xbox is trying to do with getting an Xbox everywhere, and this is a great step. So as long as you have a Fire TV stick, a Bluetooth-enabled wireless controller, and of course Xbox Ultimate, and that really is the kicker here, is that you have to have the ultimate level to pull this off. Xbox has made it super simple. Just install and launch the Xbox app from your Fire TV device, connect your controller, and then just start playing. And I think this is totally amazing. The fact that Microsoft saw the value and really understood that people were doing it anyway, this is an amazing step because how many people have a Fire Stick just kind of lying around? I think this is also a really good workaround for people that may not have one of the really expensive Samsung TVs that can install the Xbox app natively. And I think we should expect to see more things like this because for a cost of only $50 or $60, you can essentially turn any TV into a streamable Xbox. Microsoft is at it again with its accessibility, and this is one thing that I've always applauded Microsoft for, and I've done multiple videos about the adaptive controller, and having somebody in my life who's really close to me with disabilities, and knowing that Microsoft does not have to invest into this will always be a point of win for Microsoft in my book. So in conjunction with Global Accessibility Awareness Day, Microsoft is pushing even in further. They have new developer gaming tools, a new adaptive controller user guide hub, and just an overall focus of making sure that gamers with disabilities have access to the same things that you and I do. And this includes the announcement of the new Proteus Controller. I'm going to get to that in a second because it's a really cool controller. But first I just wanted to mention that they have a brand new badge also supporting this. So this actually started back in June, and you can earn the Xbox Ambassador Accessibility Badge. Okay, that is just a mouthful. Xbox Ambassador Accessibility Ally Badge by completing quests and knowledge checks to reach a new top level in the Xbox Accessibility Explorer path. Of course, this will be on the Xbox Ambassador website, along with new support articles that are categorized by disability. And my mind is blown on that, because like I've always said, Xbox and Microsoft, they do not have to do this. The amount of gamers with disabilities that would need a specialized controller really have to be such a minute category of gamers, and you will not convince me otherwise that anybody other than Xbox is doing this better. And that's what leads us right here to this brand new adaptive Proteus controller. So this one is actually produced by BioWare. It came on the market pretty recently, so this is actually still in pre-order. And the great thing about this is they are working specifically with the Designed for Xbox team. And you can actually go in and pre-order this right now. And I noticed right away that the VIP category, this is already sold out, which tells me that there is a serious demand for these adaptive controllers. And in a very real sense, these controllers are absolutely cutting edge. We've seen things like this before. Always third party, some sort of modular, swappable thing that can go with the controller. And that is actually how I would categorize this controller. I really wouldn't even look at it like a disability controller or an adaptive controller, because these things have amazing configurations that you can do. They are 100% completely customizable to the point where you can literally configure this controller and play any controller game essentially with one hand based on your configurations. They also offer amazing community support for all sorts of configurations that other players have come up with. So once again, huge thanks to Xbox for continuing to go that extra mile for gamers. Once again, Microsoft goes all out, bringing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Day 1 to Game Pass. And I did talk a little bit about Call of Duty coming to Game Pass in a previous video. Of course, everybody is super hyped for this game, and the biggest draw, of course, is the Day 1 release of this. But I think the ultimate question is going to remain, when will we see more Call of Duty games come to Game Pass? And is this going to be enough to really make people shift to Xbox? Knowing that the Call of Duty series in the future will be exclusive to Xbox, we just don't know when. I wanted to highlight a new game that just came to Game Pass, Robin Hood Sherwood Builders. And when I first heard just the title for this game, I was honestly surprised, like, yeah, that seems really on the nose. Like, okay, it's gonna be a game about Robin Hood, but you're building things. And I honestly thought it was going to be more like a top-down, almost like a strategy game, but this is actually more like an action-adventure game. And just from reading some about this and seeing like the gameplay, this looks like it's gonna have a lot of open elements, so like Assassin's Creed, there's gonna be a lot of stealth, you're gonna run into a lot of those classic Robin Hood characters, and of course the main point of every Robin Hood, of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. So it's obviously going to be Robin Hood and his band in Sherwood Forest, but this is gonna have more of like a crafting element to it. This honestly made me think of like a Fallout 4, because this is open world medieval adventure with a crafting element to it, so like your settlement in Fallout 4. And here in the last part of the video, I really wanted to point out a game that I just thought was really interesting for Game Pass. And I feel like the medieval genre has been super popular right now. We are looking forward to Avowed, and Avowed is gonna fall in this kind of medieval setting as well. I like this art style, I like the fact that it's like an open world. I say download this one and give it a play. It really piqued my interest, and I think I'm gonna give it a play as well. Hey, thanks for tuning in to watch this video today. I've been John, by the way. This here is the Xbox Basement, and as always, we will see you guys in the next one.